let me ask you something real quick. Why do some players step up for a free kick, and the entire stadium expects a goal? It's not power, it's not luck, and it's definitely not talent. It's control. Most players practice free kicks for years and still score once in a blue moon. Others train smarter and become dangerous from any angle. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how I would train to become extremely good at free kicks, mentally, technically, and under pressure. Watch until the end, because the final chapter is what separates casual shooters from true specialists. Let me be honest with you right away. If you practice free kicks the same way most players do, you'll never be truly good at them. Not consistent, not reliable, not feared. And it's not because you lack talent. It's because you were taught the wrong idea from the start. Most players think free kicks are about power, about smashing the ball and hoping for the best. I used to think the same way. I thought if I just hit it harder, eventually one would fly in. But free kicks don't work like that. Free kicks are decisions, not guesses. When I finally understood that, everything changed. I stopped walking up to the ball hoping for magic, and I started treating every free kick like a planned moment. A moment I had already solved in my head. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Random practice creates random results. If I just drop a ball and shoot over and over without intention, I'm not improving. I'm just repeating mistakes. The moment I became better at free kicks was the moment I stopped trying to score every single one. Instead, I focused on something much more important, making the goalkeeper uncomfortable. If the keeper hesitates for even half a second, I've already won. If they shift their weight, doubt their positioning, or take a step they didn't want to take, the advantage is mine. Free kicks are psychological before they're technical. When I stand over the ball, I don't feel pressure. I feel familiarity. I've been here before. I've seen this situation in training, in my mind, over and over again. That confidence doesn't come from ego. It comes from preparation. And once you understand this mindset, you stop fearing free kicks. You start welcoming them. Because now, you're not hoping. You're expecting. Here's something I realized the hard way. If your free kicks look different every time you take them, they will never be consistent. Ever. Consistency starts before you even strike the ball. I never place the ball randomly. The way the ball sits on the grass matters. The valve position matters. The distance from goal matters. These tiny details affect how the ball moves through the air. When I want curl, I adjust the ball slightly. When I want dip, I adjust again. When I want a knuckle shot, I make sure the contact point is clean. These aren't guesses, they're choices. Then there's the run-up. I used to copy long, dramatic run-ups. Big mistake. The simpler my run-up became, the more dangerous I became. Same steps, same rhythm, same body angle, every single time. Why? Because when everything looks the same, the goalkeeper can't read me. My plant foot is the real controller of the shot. Where it points, the ball follows. If my plant foot is off, the shot is off. No excuses. I keep my body balanced. My head stays calm. My chest doesn't fly open. My arms don't swing wildly. Balance is invisible, but it's everything. Power doesn't come from swinging harder. It comes from clean contact and proper body alignment. Once I locked in these fundamentals, my accuracy skyrocketed. Not because I became stronger, but because I became more controlled. That's when free kicks stopped feeling random and started feeling repeatable. A free kick is never just me versus the goal. It's me versus the wall, the goalkeeper, and the pressure of the moment. And instead of fearing those things, I learned how to use them. The wall is not an obstacle, it's a tool. If the wall jumps, I go low. If they stand still, I go over. If they split, I go through. I don't aim at the goal. I aim at a gap. One clear target. No hesitation. Then there's the goalkeeper. Before I shoot, I always watch where they start, which foot they lean on, whether they're calm or nervous. Nervous goalkeepers move early. Calm ones wait. If the keeper cheats even one step, I punish it. Free kicks are chess, not brute force. The smartest decision usually wins, not the hardest shot. And once you start seeing free kicks this way, everything slows down. The wall becomes predictable. The keeper becomes readable. You're no longer reacting. You're controlling the moment. Anyone can score a free kick in training. The real question is, can you do it when everyone is watching? This is where most players fail. The difference between average players and specialists is how they train under pressure. I don't take endless free kicks. I take focused ones. Same spot, same routine, same target, over and over. Then I add pressure. One shot, must score. If I miss, I restart. That pressure trains my mind as much as my technique. I keep everything consistent. Same boots, same ball, same breathing pattern before I strike. Routine calms the nervous system. Before I shoot, I take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. It slows my heart rate, sharpens my focus. On match day, I don't rush. I don't overthink. I trust the work I've put in. I've already scored this free kick in my mind long before the whistle blows. And when I finally strike the ball, it feels familiar, not scary. That's how you become clutch. Not by hoping, but by preparing so well that pressure feels normal. There's a moment in every free kick that most players completely ignore. The pause. That split second after the whistle, when everyone is watching, the wall is being set, and the goalkeeper is organizing defenders. Most players rush this moment. I don't. I use it. This is when I take control of the situation mentally. I slow everything down. I look at the goal, then the wall, then the keeper, not in a rushed way, but deliberately. I remind myself that nothing needs to happen quickly. Rushing creates tension. Tension ruins technique. When I slow my breathing, my body follows. My shoulders drop. My movements become smoother. My touch becomes cleaner. This pause is powerful because it puts pressure on everyone else instead of me. The defenders get restless. The keeper second guesses their positioning. I'm calm, and calm is dangerous. By the time I step back to begin my run-up, the free kick already feels half done. Not because I've kicked the ball yet, but because mentally, I'm already in control of the moment. That's how free kicks stop feeling heavy. They start feeling quiet. One of the biggest breakthroughs I ever had with free kicks was realizing that I don't need a perfect shot. I need a repeatable one. Perfection is unreliable. Repeatability wins game. When I practiced trying to hit the absolute top corner every time, my results were inconsistent. But when I chose zones, areas I could hit again and again, my success rate skyrocketed. I started thinking in zones instead of highlights. Low far corner, inside the post, over the wall, dropping fast. These are shots I can repeat under pressure. Free kicks aren't about doing something spectacular once. They're about doing something effective often. When I aim for zones, my body relaxes. My swing becomes smoother. My contact becomes cleaner. And when the keeper knows I can hit those zones consistently, they hesitate. That hesitation makes the goal feel bigger. Consistency doesn't look flashy, but it's deadly. There's something else that separates great free kick takers from everyone else. Memory. Not talent. Memory. I remember my best free kicks vividly. Not just how they looked, but how they felt. The tempo of my steps. The sound of the strike. The way my body moved through the shot. Before I take a free kick, I replay those moments in my head. Not the misses. The successes. Your body listens to your mind. If you replay failure, your body tightens. If you replay success, your body relaxes. That's why I never dwell on missed free kicks. I learn from them, then let them go. Because fear lives in memory too. The more I feed my mind successful images, the more natural scoring feels. By the time I step up, my body believes this moment belongs to me. At a certain point, free kicks stop being about technique. They become about identity. When I trained consistently, focused intentionally, and trusted my routine, something changed. I didn't hope to take free kicks anymore. I expected to. That expectation changes how people see you on the pitch. Teammates step aside without asking. Opponents rush to form walls faster. Goalkeepers shout louder. They know what's coming. And the most powerful part, so do you. Free kicks become part of who you are, not something you try occasionally. When that happens, pressure doesn't feel heavy. It feels familiar. And familiarity is where confidence lives.